Hello, my name is Shadley. Welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3 as Kingdom of Heaven. In previous episode, we were mostly just building up our economy. We did increase the economy by at least like 15 million tingles, because we did go below 100 million for a brief moment there by changing some of the production methods, but it has been rising rather rapidly. Well, I think what we might do today is switch it up a little bit and go for Oyo, and let's make you a protectorate. You're not going to accept that. I don't know if you're going to get any help from anyone, let's be honest, but okay, they refuse the demand. They are fearful, though, so they might still back down. There's probably a lot of nations that we might be able to call in if need be. Probably don't need to, mind you. Now, one thing that we do have a bit of problem with, okay, they got a bit of troops there. We'll need to do the landings. Well, I suppose we've got 260 battalion armies. We've got one fleet that is 46 ships, I suppose, but that's about it. We've got some ironclads. I think we might not have hired everyone yet, so we'll probably need to use this fleet to do the landing with, because we'll need some capacity in there. We won't be able to start that landing anyway for a while. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to mobilize this army. I know that it's a bit early for it. I'm just going to keep it there as a reserve for now, in case, you know, they try to do the landing or something. The force Oyo to become protectorate. I don't suppose we can do that on Benin, unless we end the defensive pact. In which case we probably could do that. And then turn these two into protectorates. Yeah, if I turn them into dominions, I could maybe then split Sokoto with the two of them. Mostly so that I don't need to worry about the low literary rate that we might get from these states and all that. And thus reduce the research speed. Of course, it's going to take a few years for the peace deal to expire and all that, so it'll take a little while. Okay, we're already past half the waypoint, so let's go ahead and activate the... I guess we'll use the 4th Papal Army. We'll activate that one. We can probably go ahead and send this fleet. Is that one? Okay, it's got just about enough capacity. So just go over here. Do some convoy raiding. It's going to be costing us quite a bit this war, but we'll probably be making our money back soon enough, so I'm not too worried about this. They're not getting any help from anyone, so they are fearful. And yeah, no one can now join in. Unfortunately, we can't start the invasion quite yet, but that'll be sorted out soon enough. Got quite a bit of power plants being made. Now, to be fair, we've still got a bit of shortage of electricity in Emilia, Lombardy, Umbria, and Abruzzo. So, oh, we've got available decision. Oh, survey the Panama Isthmus. We don't have the bureaucracy for that, quite frankly. But at the same time... Oh, it does... Oh, Britain already has that. So even if we survey it, we won't be able to build it. And have they started building the Suez Canal? I don't think they have. Nope. Not as far as I can tell, at least. Well, the war will start very shortly, and then we can start sending the armies in here. We'll do a quick landing. They do have decent troops here. So I suppose they've at least managed to get something out of it. But let's go ahead and naval invade in there with the correct fleet there. It'll take 4 weeks to travel in here. Of course, that gives us a bit of time to maybe do some naval combat against their fleet in here. They might be doing some convoy raiding themselves, so maybe we'll also switch our fleet to intercepting. Oh, there we go. We intercepted them, and there's not a lot left of that fleet now. Yeah, it'll take some time for us to do the landings in here, but if we do have a look at the troop qualities... Actually, we don't know all that well. They got defense of 43. And we got attack of 40. Oh, but that's just the regular army in there. Right, okay, so this one will be taking part on the invasions, I suppose. We haven't started any combats there yet. But our fleets are now arriving to the scene, and the armies are also arriving to the scene. There's also actually one battle already, but this is the... Oh, this is just the Papal African army that is in there. There might be a second battle soon-ish. So even though I suppose their morale is pretty low over here. So even though we're taking the casualties, they're taking a whole lot of demoralization in there. And I think the next battle will be a lot easier for us. Might not be a victory, but a lot easier at least. Okay, so the first battle was a loss. 1 out of 3 lost currently, okay. Actually, since we got the second fleet in here... Or did we? Wait a minute. I thought you were doing a landing. 4th Papal Army? You are. Or you're supposed to be. But you're not in here. I'm just going to go ahead and switch this one back to Great Convoys in the meanwhile. It did sink a few convoys at least. Okay, so why is this one doing the naval invasion then? I'm going to cancel that one. And then let's try this again. So you do the naval invasion. There'll still be a bit reduced efficiency, but I don't know why I decided to use this one. Honestly, I could probably just demobilize this army almost. Not really needed. We'll be doing a proper landing with this army now. And that's going to be... Oh, it's a lot higher offense values than the other one had. So if we can get more troops into the combat, we'll have quite an advantage in here. Oh, and we're running out of construction work right now. Alright then, I mean, that's kind of good, but also, well, I suppose it means that the investment pool will be used a bit further. Which does save us a bit on the expenses, mind you. We're definitely sinking the enemy convoys. We'll first turn to the Protectorate, and then I suppose what I could do is turn them into Dominion. With Benin, I suppose after the war we could maybe end the Defensive Pact. Honestly, we could probably already do that. Well, there we go, there's a battle. Oh, we've got 60 battalions landing. This is probably going to be a victory. Ooh, and there's the combustion engine. Huzzah. So we can start the automobile production. Heavily motor carriages, chainsaws for logging camps, combustion engine derricks for oil rigs. Oh, that's going to be really handy. Truck transport for mobilization option. And motorized reconnaissance for mobilization option. Alright then, I wonder what's going to spread after that. But let's go ahead and first switch the oil rigs over here to provide a bit more fuel. So we'll be providing a decent increase in there, I suppose. So it's over 500 now total. So if we were to go for the... Actually, what was the options that we unlock it again? So there's the oil rigs, of course. Got an improvement. What are we doing at the shipyards? Are we not building the... How much clippers do we still need on the market? I don't think we need much personally, do we? There might be some other vessels that do still need. Oh yeah, there's a whole lot of fishing wharves. Tunisia, Libya, Algiers to probably Iran, Eritrea, and Benin. And I'm guessing the productions of these are mostly No, that's a fruit. That's the wrong selection. This thing. Abruzzo is producing a lot. I suppose we could probably switch at least one more shipyard on the steamers. So Tuscany, for example. Switch to the steamships. There we go. Let me just quickly double check the combustion engine. So it's the... Oh, right, automobiles. Let's have a look at the engine or motor industries. Which one of these do we want to... Maybe Emilia could start producing automobile. We'll reduce the engines a little bit. Increase the oil and rubber consumption a lot. But that will give us 125 automobiles. So overall, that is actually going to be profitable, I reckon. We don't actually want to do that in too many places yet. Maybe we could do that in Sicily as well, but that's probably going to be about it. There we go, that helps a little bit. We've got 125 million GDP already. And I'm guessing the landing over here, yeah, that is going to be a very good victory. And there's not going to be much of an army left after this battle. There we go. So that's 1/4 of the landing done. And we just need to wait for the second battle to start, which probably won't take all that long. Yeah, there it is. And we got a massive advantage in numbers once again. Plus the quality of the troops is quite significantly better. They at least got a controlled retreat there. So good on them. There we go, now at 52%. And yeah, they might take the peace deal soon enough. We've got our third battle. I mean, again, we start with about 20 times the manpower in there, so... It's not a huge amount that they can do in the fighting in there. And there's the last battle, most likely. So that will be covering the entire area there. And there we are. Now the troops have arrived in here. Now I suspect that they'll probably take the peace deal soon enough. The war support is still 27. Well, I'll make that 10 now. And that is going down by about 17 per week. Our war support hasn't really notched yet. But I suppose what we could do is we could have a look at the market a little bit. So we still need a whole lot of automobiles. At least we're producing some now. We're producing, what, 250 or so? Oh, actually, 335 total. But some of that is in Switzerland. Although our motor industries do produce more than the Swiss do. There's also quite a bit of imports for that. Engines, we still need a whole lot. Oh, actually, let me double check the combustion engine. So there's the automobile production for motor industries, probably motor carriages. For that, I believe we need automobiles, so that's not really going to be worthwhile. Well, actually, I can check that. That would be urban. Close that for a brief moment. Yes, it's automobiles instead of engines. I mean, it could kind of be useful in some places, but we don't really have enough automobiles to begin with. So it's probably kind of pointless. We could get some more fine arts, actually. Arts academies, let's have a look at the earnings in particular. Campania would be okay. Sicily and Tuscany would get a bit of bonus. We'll build like 5 extras. That'll give us a bit more construction to do. It will cost us a bit more money, but again, I'm not too worried about that one. The war will be done soon. And therefore the troops will be demobilized. Returned home and everything like that. 1 more week and they will surrender. Or take the peace deal. And again, we're not annexing them. We're just going to turn them protectorate and then we can feed in a bit of the inner area there later on. There we go. So Benin, we reduced took away the defense impact. We potentially reduce the relations with them a tiny bit. Although what do we need? Oh, hold on a minute. What sort of pacts do we have with them? Truce with Benin. Oh, right, because we probably ended the... Yeah, there's 8 months left with a truce on Benin. Alright then, so we can't do a war against them quite yet. Oh, Oyo. We don't need to damage relations with you anymore. In fact, what we can do... no. We can't improve relations with you, actually. How long do we have the truce? 4 years, okay. So that will take a while. So we're losing a tiny bit of money right now. It's nothing too bad. We've got 125 million GDP. Oh, wow. That line is definitely going up. We've got 75% literary rate. And 15.4 standard of living. Almost 40 million population as well. So things are looking up for us. I still need a whole lot of electricity though, so let's get a 1 at least in Lombardy. Is that getting already? That's getting a whole lot of power plants in here actually. And I don't think I started building any of these, so I think actually the private sector is taking care of the electricity problems already. We've got available decision to survey the Panama Isthmus, but I'm not going to do that one. We're not really going to get anything from it. Glass price is still pretty high, so what are we getting in research? Ooh, right, in production. Oh, it's the electric railways spreading now. Excellent. So war propaganda is underway. After that, there's quite a few other things that still need to be researched. Got a... Oh! Right, we could have another university somewhere. Let's go ahead and build some more in Piedmont. No, I'll go for a full 10 in there. I believe we've got quite a few already in our capital as well. We've got 6. Then we'll give a few more in here as well. Mostly to get... Oh, oil discovered in Congo. Oh! And rubber discovered in Congo. So this one's got more rubber, and this one's got 2 oil rigs. It's not a lot, mind you, but it does help if they start building up the oil. Is there any... No oil rigs in here yet? I really wish that I could invest in the puppets construction so when we need to. But unfortunately, that's not a case yet. I suppose that might be in the next DLC, though, the Sphere of Influence or whatever it's called. I haven't get too much, or paid too much attention to it yet. Right, so we're getting the Arts Academies. How are we looking on the fine art now? So we've got still fairly high price there. Admittedly, no, it's just pops consumption. Alright then. How many do we have in here? We've got 10 levels already in there. Maybe we'll get some more in Venetia, and maybe a few more in... Actually, not really there. Get another 2 in Tuscany, I suppose, and probably get another steel mill in there. Not that we necessarily need it too badly, but it would be nice to have a bit extra. Coal is definitely something that we could still increase a bit further, so let's go out and get another 5 in Venetia. And there we go, our situation is fairly decent. How much longer with the truce with Benin? 5 more months. Okay, so when is that going to be? December. Okay, so next year we can then start that. I will turn Benin into a protectorate as well. So that's, they are guaranteed to be in our market, essentially. Is there anyone that I could invite into our market by chance? So look at the diplomatic actions. A customs union? A theory? Or change anyone? No. I think the closest one is still Morocco, but they are not willing to join in. Not yet, at least. As a culture is fairly large. They've got over 100 battalions. Of course, the army quality probably isn't all that high. Overall, they got quite a bit. So I suppose Umbria is having some electricity problems. Yep. They are. Oh, yeah, it's a huge price there. Let's give it a couple extra levels of power plant there. Now we're getting some more innovation. We could have 163 already, so we definitely need to get the university built sooner rather than later to keep up with the max speed of research, essentially. I don't think, since we have had the censorship and all that, I don't think we'll actually be able to complete all the research in this run. Which was one of the side goals for this playthrough. But, like, I'm sure that we'll still get quite a few. I mean, it's only 1913. So that's still 20 years of research that we can do, which is going to be, like, probably about 6 months per research. Or somewhere around there total. So that's honestly not too bad. Oh, what's this then? Obligation owed to us by Greece will expire. Ah, right. Anything that I could do with them? I suppose making Greece a protectorate could be handy, but you know, also turn them into an ally. That'll be fine. Maybe we can use them or help them gain some land in here at some point against Ottoman Empire. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure about that, to be fair, but there we go. We got the innovation maxed out again. So that is really good. We got 15.5 standard of living, so that is growing rather rapidly now that we got all the industries growing like this. If we have a look at the private sector, there is a whole lot of construction work going, and there's actually more investment pool available. Let's go ahead and get another construction sector in Venetia. Doesn't take all that long to build. And that will increase the construction speed to be probably somewhere around 460, maybe 470, somewhere around there anyway. Of course, the government is now building a whole lot of universities and arts academies. And then there's going to be a few other things, but yeah, the deficit that we have is down to £2,000 per week, and that is with the very low taxes. So our economy is definitely strong. We've got 130 million GDP. Of course, if we have a look at the ledger, we are still not quite that close to catching up with Jing, but still about 60-something million that we need to get more to be able to at least be within like a reasonable distance. So I'm guessing the oil price is a bit, well, it's a bit elevated. It's not too bad yet. Same with the rubber. So actually, what I can do, so I can go for the motor industries and pick another relatively small one, like a Campania, and switch to the automobile production. So it will increase the oil and rubber consumption, a bit less engines, but the engine price isn't the worst, and that will start reducing the automobile price a decent bit. So now if we have a look at that, I mean, it's still not all that much of a difference, admittedly. Ooh, there we go, war propaganda, less morale loss. Very handy. Oh, right, Britain is exporting iron to us. Do we have more iron mines that we could build in here? We could, actually. Give that at least a few levels. Maybe some more lead as well. We could probably get some fishing wharves in here. Not that we initially need the fish all that badly. But it doesn't hurt. Universities in Lazio are going to be done soon enough as well. So that will get us to 10 universities in here. And yeah, that should be a pretty good amount of innovation that we get from there. Thus, we don't really have to worry about running out of, or not being at the top of innovation. Or at the max innovation, rather, at any point. Right, so next month we could potentially do the Protectorate War against Benin. And of course, oil we can't turn into a... Yeah, we can't turn them into a Dominion quite yet. I mean, eventually we will be able to. Oh, but that would... Oh, hold on a minute. Oh no, that's impossible terrain there. I wonder if we could turn Sokoto into a Protectorate. It would be a lot of infamy, so it's probably better to be just conquering some land from them. Do a few wars, at least take some of the land here, then maybe we'll do a war against Bornu. And then take Wadai, and then, you know, we can give essentially a decent chunk of land for Benin. And then we'll probably give some to Oyo as well. Or maybe we'll make Bornu into Protectorate. Or Dominion or something, and then start working through there. One way or the other, we'll probably take a sort of highway through Sahara in here for us. Not very practical, perhaps, but at least it's an alternative route to get some market access in. Alright, so Textile is still having electricity issues over here in Emilia. Let's go ahead and build another one. Or another power plant there, then. Oh, what's this, then? Finnish capitalist revolt. Oh. There's Russia and Grand Duchy of Finland. Yeah. Not something that I need to concern myself with. Oh, there we go. So we've got to 460 exactly in the construction total. That's quite handy. Oh man, the private sector is building so many new buildings. Including probably... Oh yeah, there's a whole lot of motor industry in Emilia, which is the one of the places where we do produce automobiles right now, so that is going to be huge. Well, I mean, I suppose that's fine by me. Are the... Okay, all the companies are still looking pretty strong. Getting fairly good bonuses from there. How are we looking on things that we got a lot in here right now? Still got a lot of fabric, tea, hardwood, fruits, quite a bit of clippers as well. We could maybe start reducing the clipper production a bit further. So where do we produce them? We could probably reduce the... Oh, right. Let's take Campania. Where's that one? It's down here. Switch to the steamships. Probably start making a little bit more money from those. And then I believe we still got quite a few other places. Well, actually, easiest way to check that is just go for the shipyards in here. And then Romagna, that's steamships. Umbria steamships. Piedmont is not. I think we'll leave like one, maybe two places that still produce the clippers, just to provide some for the puppets. But to reduce the extra production, let's just say, and thus make it a little bit more profitable for us with the shipbuilding. We've got 133 million GDP now, so that is definitely on the rise. We've got 15.6 standard of living. Literary rate is not quite 76% yet. How is literary rate in here? It's almost 82% right now in Piedmont. Plus, we've got a bit more authority available. Let's go ahead and... If we have a look at the literary rate, we can see that in the southern Italy areas it's a bit worse. Which one of these has the highest population then? 2.2? 1.93? So, Campania, we're going to give you the promote social mobility. And I think we'll put one in Venetia as well. Because I know that that is like the second largest population in our nation. Wait, that state. Or somewhere around there anyway. So if we're going to increase the literary rate in here as well, over 80%, that will increase the average quite a bit. Right, so how is the big fleet that we have? It's 50 flotillas. We could probably go ahead and give it a bit more. No, I'm going to go ahead and get... Hold on. What's this then? Britain versus East Indies peasant... Oh. Not my problem. Right, so... we've got the ships. Let me just double check the fleet. So we've got torpedo boats. I'm going to go ahead and build a few destroyers in there. We'll start with 3. We'll build another 2 ironclads. That's 5 more ships. And then we'll probably just get another 5 destroyers or something. There we go. That will get us to 50 or 60 flotillas in that particular fleet. Although, is that... Well, actually, yeah, we should have the command capabilities there. We're losing a tiny bit of money right now, but if we need to increase taxes, we'll get a whole lot more cash. So we're not really suffering there. Central planning is about to be done in 2 months or so. Oh, and what was the military... Oh, sealing strategies. Right, we'll get that one into research queue then. And then we'll hopefully get something good in there. The malaria prevention would be quite handy. I suppose to some degree at least. But yeah, the French decided to cut us off in here. One of the things that we could still do is do a war against Portugal. Maybe. It's probably not that profitable venture for us necessarily. Oh, but we could do the war against Benin now. Let's just go ahead and do that real quick. It's got to be a fairly quick war, I reckon, anyway. We'll just make them a protectorate. Oh. It's a 9% chance. Let's see if they accept that. Nope, they did not. Alright then, well, they got a small army. I'm just going to go ahead and send in... Oh, we don't have enough generals in here. Okay, let's get the Honorable Engineer in there, and I suppose this one's a bit older, so we'll promote you. So now we got the capacity. Actually, we have a lot more than just the required capacity, actually. But anyway, we could go ahead and... We're not going to send the army quite yet. So there's another war with the British. They got revolts everywhere. Oh, we still got the fleet in here. Right. I don't think we need both of these, quite frankly, in here, but that's alright. I'm just going to go ahead and soon activate the 4th Papal Army again. And just send it in here. We're going to wait until at least a little bit into the diplomatic stage. See how things evolve. Plus, you know, save a little bit on the expenses and all that. Again, we're not going to be annexing Benin. We're just going to be turning them into a protectorate, and then we'll probably turn Oyo into a dominion first. So we might do a quick war against Sokoto, then we'll probably turn Benin into a protectorate, and then later on do another war against Sokoto and give a few states to Benin. Or we... I wonder. Well, we can't right, let's go ahead and mobilize this one and move it to the front line already, before I forget. So actually, if we conquer... Well, we could maybe conquer some of the areas for ourselves in here. Ooh, and test central planning. I don't think we have taxation capacity issues yet. Now, we've got a little bit low market access in Niger Delta and Sardinia. Oh, because we don't have enough convoys. Oh, well. There we go. Let's go ahead and get some more ports over here at least. Maybe some in our capital. Maybe Venetia. And one more. There we go. So we'll get more convoys. Because that's causing some issues right now. I suppose since we lost a lot of the convoys that Benin was supplying us with. Ooh, film is spreading. Now, we got already partially that. So that shouldn't take too long. And the electric railways is soon completed. It's about 2 to 3 months. I'm about to hit 40 million population as well. That's pretty decent. So the army should be arriving here. Okay, it's already going past the Canary Islands. As soon as we get the electric railways, I know that we won't be able to really utilize the production of that. Or increase the productions too much yet. So I suspect that we can start slowly switching, especially once we build some more electricity or power plants in places, then it'll probably fix the issue quite easily, and thus we can use a lot more electricity, get a lot more engines, and we can also get a lot more infrastructure and transportation from said engines. Right, the troops are landing, and then they'll be on the front line. No one can join into the war anymore. And they back down. There we go. Mightier than the sword. Right, I think we've already had that achievement before, to be fair. So they back down. Fair enough. Well, now we're making money again. And Benin is now a protectorate. They are loyal, so that's good. Of course, they are not our color yet, like Tunis and Tripolitania, because they're not dominions. But they will eventually be that as well. How long until we have the truce with the... I've still got quite a while in there. So I could potentially... If I was to do a war on Sokoto, how much would it cost for Houseland? That would be 20 infamy. We don't really want to do that quite yet. But with that, we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, get the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye.